Hey guys, Jeff here from Timber Design and Build. This video is for homeowners who are looking for a contractor, whether it's a home renovation or a new construction project. There's a lot of shoddy work out there, and this video hopefully can provide some insight on how to protect you when vetting the right contractor. My partner Chris and I have 20 years experience in the industry. They say, "How's that possible? You look so young." Well, my father was a cabinet maker, so I grew up since I was in my teens building custom kitchens, cabinetry, millwork, and then transitioned into remodeling homes. Chris is 40 and has been building homes since he was 19 years old. So together, we partnered up and formed Timber Design and Build, built a great team, a great system, and we want to share some knowledge with you on how to vet a contractor prior to starting your construction project. The first step that we suggest is asking for references from past clients. I can't stress enough how important this is, and we provide a list of 3 to 4 jobs, clients, for projects that we've completed that are similar in scope to what the new prospective client has in mind. So this goes a long way. Prospective clients will get on the phone, talk to the previous customer about their experience, and get a true sense of what the project and what the experience was like. Do your homework. Make sure you don't skip this step. If a contractor is unwilling to give references, then that's a red flag to begin with. I would also suggest asking the contractor to visit an active job site. Why? One, it shows the quality of their work. It shows who their team is. Do they keep the job site clean? Between asking for references and visiting an active job site, these two things will go a long way in telling who you're going to be dealing with over the next several months or more. The next important thing to look at is, what is the contractor's value to you? Are they a contractor who gets the contract and then subs everything out? Who are their subs? Find out what their style is. Or are they a contractor who does most of the work in-house? In our case, we do as much in-house work as we can. It gives us the most control as far as scheduling, quality control, and just really overall a better experience for our own company and the client. We have a team of 9. We do all of our own framing. We do all of our own site work, all of our own plumbing. We do all of our own tile work, build custom kitchens. We install doors. We do all the finished trim. So these are things and questions that you should be asking the contractor. Who is their team and what are they doing themselves and what are they subbing out? And if they are subbing out, who are they subbing out to? Because that's a really important factor, is who's going to be on your job site and what type of quality of work are they going to be putting out. Let's hone in here on one minor example of quality of work and who's going to be working on your job site. Let's take door casing and baseboard installation as an example. At Timber Design and Build, casing out a house takes about 2 to 3 weeks, let's say. The reason being is quality. Every piece of baseboard is scribed to the floor. Every piece of window and door casing is joined with a domino or a biscuit, a tenon at the seams, pre-assembled, glued, applied to solid blocking, and then sanded, primed, and painted. This is a huge difference from a contractor who will come in and trim out a house in 2 or 3 days and just basically, we call that nailing wood to the wall. There's no attention to detail. The seams aren't tight. There's gaps at the floor. Ask these types of questions. What are you bringing to the table in terms of quality? And a lot of this has to do with your expectations on your own project and your expectations on budget. If you're looking for high-end work, you're going to be looking for these high-end answers to your questions. If you're looking for a quick flip, you might be looking for the quick and dirty, but asking these questions will provide a lot of insight into who you're dealing with. The last and final quick point I have for you guys is inquire about what type of back-end organizational systems the contractor is providing. For example, renovations are tough. New constructions are tough. There's an idea, and then there's a million things that happen before completion. In our case, We have a pre-construction phase, are designing the project, are pricing out the project, we're engaging vendors, doing takeoffs, and putting together all this information into one funnel. And the final piece is a construction contract that the homeowner can rely on budget-wise. If you really care about your project, pre-construction is essential. The next question you should be asking is, how am I going to get billed? How are those bills going to come through? And how am I going to know what type of progress is being made in comparison to those bills? Hopefully, the contractor is using construction management software. There's a lot out there. In our case, we use a company called JobTread. It's in that platform that we create the budget. So typically there might be 50 to 100 line items covering every scope of the project. When we send the customer a bill, it is exactly correlated to that scope. They have access to a dashboard. They can see all the documents, all the invoices paid, the total cost of construction, the total cost of what's been paid and what's remaining. What you want to have is something in place where there's transparency and communication and organization. Where things can really go off the rails is change orders. We don't perform any work that's out of scope without writing up a proposal for a change order, sending it to the client, and having them sign it. Everything has to be on paper. Everything has to be in the dashboard. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment and we can help guide you in the right direction as far as picking the right contractor, whether you're in New York or in any part of the country.